Hey guys, and welcome back to EMAX USA, and I have another tech tip for you today, and it's another frequently asked question that I always get, is how to use the newer Frsky transmitters with access protocol with our bind and fly models. And you can use them, but you have to use an external XJT module. So I'm going to go ahead and show you how to do all that in this video right here. So go ahead and get your Frsky transmitter, XJT module, and let's get started. Alright, so we have our transmitter, our XJT module, and the first thing you're going to want to do is go ahead and take the cover off the back of the transmitter. And then we're going to take our XJT module and go ahead and plug it right in to the transmitter. Now we're going to have to set up a new model and set up the XJT module so it's functioning. So we're going to go ahead and turn our transmitter on. So now you got your transmitter turned on. You're going to go ahead and hit menu, and then it's going to bring you up to the model menu. And we're going to set up a new model. And I'm going to go ahead and go down to model 2. We're going to hit the scroll wheel for enter, and we're going to create a model. So now we have a second model set up. I'm going to go ahead and hit page to go to the next page, and here is where you're going to set up the XJT module, and you can also name your model. So I'm going to go ahead and name it XJT. Now the other thing you're going to have to do in here is turn off the internal RF and turn on your external module. So you can either scroll down, or the easiest way is to scroll up. And we're going to turn off the internal RF. And then we're going to go ahead and turn on the external RF. And you're going to look for XJT module. And in this case, it's XJT Lite. And you're going to change this to D8. And that'll automatically set it up through 1 through 8 for your channel range. Now we're going to go ahead and set up our mode switches. So we're going to go ahead and hit page until we find the mixer tab. And in the mixer tab, this is where we're going to set up our switches. And we're going to set up 4 switches. So for channel 5, I'm going to set this up as our arm switch. So when you go ahead and go to source and highlight it, it'll start flashing. And I'm going to set this up as the 2-position switch right here. So I'm just going to flip that, and that will change it to the SD switch. Now we're going to go ahead and set up channel 6. We're going to go ahead and set this up as a 3-position switch, because this is going to change our modes from horizon, angle, and acro. So I'm going to go ahead and use this switch right here. So when I flip it, you'll see that it switches over to the SA switch. And we're going to do 2 more channels. This one's going to be for our buzzer. So I'll just flip this 3-position switch here. And I'm going to set up 1 more switch, and this is going to be for turtle mode. Now that I backed all the way out, you'll see that we have the XJT model set up. Now our next step is to bind it to our model. So you're going to need Betaflight and a computer. So let's go ahead and do that. Now that you have your Frsky model all set up in your transmitter, we're going to go ahead and go into Betaflight and go into the CLI command to type in a couple of commands to bind your quad. Once connected, you're going to go ahead and go down to CLI, and this is where we're going to put those CLI commands. And the first command we're going to put is bind _RX, and you're going to hit enter. Now, if you're using an older model like our Tinyhawk S or Freestyle, you're going to want to do bind _RX_SPI. This is for 4.0 and older Betaflight. But since I'm using the Tinyhawk Race, this is under newer firmware. That's why I'm able to use bind RX. So now once you're into bind RX, you're going to go ahead and turn on your transmitter, and then you're going to go ahead and put it into bind mode. Now to get to your bind mode, you're going to want to hit menu, and then you're going to want to hit page, and that'll get you into the setup mode that we were just into setting up our transmitter. And if you scroll up, you're going to see where it says bind, which is right under the channel range. So we're going to go ahead and take our drone and set it a little bit farther away from our transmitter, and we're going to go ahead and put this into bind mode. Now you may see your blue receiver light start to flash. If it doesn't start flashing, that's okay. We're going to go ahead and then take the transmitter out of bind mode. Now once you take your transmitter out of binding mode, you're going to go ahead and type set space Frsky _ X. And before I even finish the command, it pops up on Betaflight. So I can go ahead and hit tab, and that's going to finish the command. So the full command is set Frsky _ X _ RX _num. And once that's in your CLI command, you can go ahead and hit enter. And once you hit enter, you're going to see a bunch of numbers come up on the screen. Don't worry about the values. That's just stuff that Betaflight's going to need to know to set your transmitter up with your receiver. So after that's all said and done, you're going to type in save and then hit enter. So once Betaflight resets, your transmitter and your drone are now bound and ready to go. So I'm gonna go ahead and test arm it and make sure everything works good. And that's pretty much it, how to bind your Frsky transmitter. Hopefully this video helped you out a lot and you got your Frsky transmitter all bound up to your bind and fly model. If you guys like this video, make sure to hit that subscribe and notification bell. That way you get notified when newer videos like this come out. And make sure to hop down in the comment section and let me know what kind of videos you want to see. Is it more tech tip videos like this, or is it going to be unboxing of some of our new products that EMAX has coming out very soon? But until then, I'll catch you on the next one.